First item of business, we got any visitors here want to say anything? Nobody? Nobody, all right. Then let's go to the minutes under tab 3. Okay, nobody sees anything, uh-oh.
Did you find out that I didn't? I looked at it.
Wait a minute, before we accept Jared's motion, let's, on page 3 of the minutes, that thing read all sort of screwy, and I would offer a suggestion where it says, resolve that Jared Rogers, Board of Director, nominated Art Ivy President, Larry Sabas Vice President, George Brooks Secretary, and Jared Rogers Assistant Secretary. I would just, since Jared's name is there, I would just say, resolve that.
He can nominate himself.
Yeah, okay, that Art Ivy is president, if we did it, okay.
I just said keep everything the same.
I know, but I couldn't,
Yeah, it didn't
I had to have
translate.
nominations for it.
We worked on it, Mr. Ryder.
You did? Right.
That's what we came up with to pass.
I'm just adding my names.
Or elected as EP, okay.
I mean, I think it's the
Do you
same.
want to say, that's all right, that's good enough, never mind.
I mean, we had it, one time we said, and all of these are pretty, the same officers that were in the
Pretty
previous
much.
thing. But then I had to define
Yeah,
that
then you
term,
introduce stuff,
and I wasn't sure, we changed some things, and then I went and did the research, and what it cost you about 5 legal research. So we just made an executive decision to save you guys money.
okay.
It's always good. Yeah.
Well, hearing that, I will be quiet on my objection, I'll accept Jared's motion.
Second it.
But
And
just so
Larry's
you know,
second.
we struggled over that one
You
too.
did, okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Very good. All right,
Ended up going with the simplest thing we could come up with.
good. And Hector?
The best.
Hector's on there.
No, but is he coming?
He's on. Zoom.
Where is he?
He's on Zoom.
Oh, he's on Zoom, okay. Gotcha. All right. Let's see, Lisa, I reported right now, it's none. All right, time for Mary. We always look forward to that.
Good morning. Our first report is our investment report. We do have our treasury bill, which matures in June 13th, and that will be reinvested. I went ahead and looked up what are the daily rates, and as of today, for the 1 month, it's a 3.68, a 6 month, 3.81, and a 12 month, 3.9. Just slightly higher than what the money market account is giving us for the month of May was 3.60.
So we'll probably go with the treasury.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
We still have the ability with the money market account to allow us to transfer back and forth when needed.
Which is good. Okay, go on to the balance sheet.
The next one is our balance sheet. We've had several invoices that were paid in May, as well as this is the first week of June. So we have a significant reduction on that accounts receivable, account 11600.
Ah, okay.
Also, there has been a negative $1,000 balance on our cash clearing account, 11190. That one has been used this month. It's been applied. It was a credit from one of the licenses, which has been applied to a new license.
Okay. So,
And that will be reflected on the next board.
right.
Does that happen often?
No, it doesn't.
No, because I'm not. No, Sharon's different.
Okay, Mary?
The following is our net revenue. If you would like, we can go ahead and hold off once we review the budget amendment. These numbers for the month of May reflect.
Okay. That'd be fine. do that when we do the budget. That's all right. $1,000 check.
$1,000 check report.
I guess Pete and, Enrique, is that your first time to use Hammer? For me?
No, I think we've used them before.
Did you?
Yes.
Cause that's what Reno used to be, what an Alamo forever now is over there.
Yes.
And they do custom stuff too, like if you ever need some kind of weird rack or something
Right.
done, they can, he fabricates them in-house, so that's good.
Yeah, actually, the pricing was less than Alamo
Yeah.
for this.
Little ways to get up there, but I mean,
Right.
they're
It's
super
worth it.
nice and,
Number 4, what's that survey for that, what project?
What's
The
it
Hazen,
say?
the Hazen and Sawyer.
Oh, it's not surveying, it's the engineering services contract you guys approved 3 months ago. We went out for a bid, or for a professional, for the ponds.
For the ponds, okay.
It's under a grant, with the Bureau of Reclamation for systems operations and the
Okay.
Riverside regulator. They're helping us prepare the proposal for water development, where they're doing environmental work, and some of the geotechnical.
Number 16, I guess that would be a question for Pete. Is to repair a hydraulic cylinder on a mower, is that right? $1,800.
Yes.
Number 16.
Yeah, it was for the full servicing of a hydraulic cylinder, repair and repack the perimeters and test the painted seal kit. Then they replaced the chrome steel rod for the cylinder. And then had to machine the new shaft for the effect, as per specifications.
Is that the long one how big is the,
How big is it?
Pretty big.
About 5
The
inches?
big one, yeah, for the mower, to lift the mower up for transport.
Yeah, it's about 5 inch.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever, or we can use anybody out of Cruces, but Craig and Taggart, have you ever used them? They're
What's your
a
name?
lot more. Craig and Taggart, they do these rebuilds, and I was surprised at what they've done a couple for people. Because it was even less than purchasing the kit to do it yourself.
Uh-huh.
That's why I was asking how big it was. I mean,
It's pretty
it's a
big.
4-inch,
It's a 5 inch and a
5-inch cylinder. Or
Yes.
what length?
About 5 feet long.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
That's
Anyway.
pretty big.
It's an option to look at those guys, they're pretty good.
We will.
They're up in Las Cruces.
Yeah.
We got that time and attendance going already?
We're still in the process, we meet every week. We're probably in maybe about 2 to 3 weeks. We're still in the design phase. Mhm.
Yeah, we're getting there. Anything else, gentlemen? Okay,
Is the reimbursable, the reimbursable, there was nothing, it's there, but there was nothing reimbursed to us. Number 3.
For the grant.
For the grant, that is a reimbursement we request on a quarterly basis. There is a period where the reporting is submitted and we'll receive a partial reimbursement.
Is that their
It's
date?
not on the check one, is it?
No.
Is
No,
that
it's
their-
on
We're
your-
just asking, we haven't had any.
Number 3 on the check one.
What
says
number?
Oh, yeah, that's
reimbursable,
just to show anything that we did buy that would be eventually
Which is
reimbursed.
nothing.
We didn't buy anything.
Okay.
Yes.
That Hazen and Sawyer isn't underneath that?
It's not a, it's under professional services, it's not, this is for everything else, like buying things, like if we bought a drone,
Okay.
and Reclamation paid for the
Paid for
drone,
the
she
drone.
would have put the
Okay.
drone on there under the reimbursement category. And then it might take up to 3 to 6 months to get reimbursed.
Well, but my point is, isn't that line 4 under the reimbursable?
That's what it looks like. It's not.
Well,
In other words, you have like reimbursement there, but there's nothing in that category, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah. Well, I think that's right. I mean, it's sort of like, do you file your books by author or by subject? I mean, she had a choice. That one was a professional service fee,
But then it is part of the grant reimbursable.
it is part of the grant, but you, yeah, but if you showed it twice, then your total would have a wrong entry. You'd have twice as much.
I'd like to see a lot of stuff under reimbursable.
Yeah. Move that one to reimbursement.
It is under, it is under
Oh, it is?
reimbursement, yes.
Oh, okay, well, very.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
what
what I
I'm
was
just-
asking, it's under that reimbursement.
But we won't actually get reimbursed for it for,
For another 3 to 6 months.
right,
correct.
sorry, I thought you said there was nothing under
For a long-
reimbursement.
But there is that one item. All right, George, see the Hazen, it's under that reimbursement. Okay. Okay, next, credit card?
Thanks.
Credit card.
Way to go, Enrique.
And Pete.
And me, yeah.
Y'all can double up next month if you want.
Yeah, do
Pete,
that.
his excuse is always, I don't have it with me.
That's a good way to do it.
That's a good way.
It's worked, right?
Mary, what are dues and subscriptions for what? Accounting organizations, or what is that? No, the second deal on here?
The dues and subscriptions, I believe on this one was the Amazon Prime, our yearly payment. Correct.
You pay that with a credit card.
I want to know what uniforms the tax office is wearing.
Where?
Oh, Rose has a uniform expense.
Oh,
Actually, it was for the board members.
yeah.
No, I know, I'm just teasing.
Yeah. I don't think I had my card that day or something.
Yeah, y'all are all trying to make each other look bad for it.
Wait till Christmas time.
Oh, yeah. Might be a whole page.
You don't have it.
All right, next we got the professional engineering and legal services budget.
Is this an addendum to this? Is this why we got this right now?
That was just, would give it a breakdown. That's, yeah,
Oh, that's good.
That's a breakdown.
that was, yeah, we requested it.
Yeah. Okay.
Not sure. What's that second?
Well, we got this
We're
after we
gonna
got
have
here.
a copy of the breakdown of
Oh, yeah, that's for one of the.
This is called Thrower Nellis.
We don't have it.
the. Okay. Which is part of this. This one,
Yeah.
Yeah, we revised this, to help Mary keep track of the, expenses. So we spent quite a bit of time revising it, and, we needed to add, which is not on here, I guess, maybe it's on the next page, it had to add,
Oh. If I don't have a microscope with me, but okay.
Just to give a little more detail to,
well, Hayes and Sawyer needs to be added to it, I thought we put it on there.
That was for the month of May.
Oh.
oh,
Oh, I just leave it on like the
Yes.
rest, because it shows, we'll put it back on there, there's room for it. They're our professional, Hayes and Sawyer we hired,
Yeah,
the
there's a couple
Professional
months ago.
Services Act, to do professional work for us, you guys did.
So that was a couple weeks ago, there was there, and there was, like 3 engineering firms or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, we interviewed 2, 3, one didn't, I think it was just 2. and we selected them, and they've been doing work for us.
Yeah, they're-
And they'll be doing work for us for a while, so we should.
Well, they're the ones that was like based out of Austin or something like that and have an office here or something.
Yeah, they're doing quite a bit of work for El Paso Water, on the Riverside Canal thing too. But they're a national firm out of Chicago and New York. But the engineers we're using are based primarily out of Austin and Dallas. But, we'll put it back on, and so you can see there, some months they won't have any buildings there. I've never done that. It's just they were late coming in.
I was gonna say, I don't remember the 0, but I do remember them being late.
Yeah, they were 0 for a while.
What's that? So we got this, I'm just trying to figure out all the sequence of these.
They're just
So this-
broken down by
So this
category.
is here for April, correct?
Yes. So
Because it matches this. But what's this other
they're
stuff?
just
Is-
broken, they're just
It's
broken
the
down
hour-
by categories. So we're gonna
Gives
have
you
here,
more detail.
This is all licensing, that is all, these are expenses as far as reimbursements for aircraft. And then this one is,
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can talk about it, if you wanna see, normally, I think that's just for Jay's stuff.
Yeah, this is.
I don't have a copy of it in front of me, but I've seen it and reviewed it, but we obviously have that same amount of information for everybody. Maybe not in the same detail, his is more detailed, but we do have invoices from the attorneys, we have invoices from me, we have invoices from Hazen.
You can't see it? Not really.
See what it is?
I
Here's
said,
the
yeah.
board and 4 hours, and then you got here, you got licensing. You got all these hours right here. This, yeah, so 30.
Does the board want to see all the invoices from the professionals?
No, I'm saying I can't.
He can't see, he can't see it.
Oh, is he small? You want to see larger copies of
Yeah.
them?
Yeah.
Or better glasses, one of the other.
But it's some of this, goes pretty clear like this.
Let me see if I can see that.
These duties are supposed to be.
I got a real old prescription here on.
Well,
Yeah,
we're in a
good,
tra-
but
we're
I
in a
can see it. I can see
transition.
it.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
We're in transition, we just wanted more detail, basically on Jay's billing, so there it is.
So,
What's the Franklin Canal text, is that where they're coming in to put the concrete liners or the walkways where they were?
The project, yeah,
Yeah, right, like down there by Walmart or where, Jay, where, is that where you're saying? Extend the pathway or walkway or something like that?
it's a project, I can't hear, I'm not sure if anybody's speaking, but yeah, it's from TxDOT. We've been coordinating, project with them. So they lined the Franklin Canal from Presa to Loop 75 and put that walking trail on the left bank. So they're gonna continue with that same, configuration from Loop 75 to Horizon Boulevard. And left bank, the right-of-way has always overlapped there, so we're gonna shift the canal over slightly to the right bank with concrete lining with a 10-foot bottom, the same footprint that is upstream from the loop. And yeah, TxDOT will line the Franklin Canal and put that 10-foot trail on the path on the left bank and install turnouts on the new, on the community ditches that are active today.
How does that work? When they do that, do they retain liability on that side, or do we?
So it's a complicated project that we've been working on for over 15 years. It involved grant money transferred to TxDOT. It was originally their grant, so they're administering it now. So that's when we finally, Jay and I have been able to get a handle on it. TxDOT's been great, and their engineers have been really good to work on this. First time ever. You guys used to know it as Paso del Norte. It's no longer Paso del Norte. It's TxDOT shared use path. So SUP is the abbreviation we use for it. It's about a $5 million benefit to the district for the 100% paid by TxDOT for the lining of the canal. as Jay just said, we have had a conflict from the beginning of, from 1920, I guess, the day one that Texas 20 was there, with TxDOT over where our boundary is to the Franklin Canal, where their boundary is. We're using that, resolving that conflict as compensation. In other words, they're gonna get, we're not gonna claim it anymore, and we'll give it to them as a permanent easement, which means it's now their
That's
100% liability, 100%. Sorry, it's a long answer to.
No, that's good.
No, that's,
Yeah,
What
that's
does-
really been stressful for JMB over the years, as you guys know, to try to get this done, finally getting it done. Going out for bid next year, I guess be constructed the year after that. It's a good project for us, and we get a couple of miles of, or Jay knows the exact, he knows a lot more about it. Line.
The tentative bid date for TxDOT is October of this year. And then with the notice to proceed on the selected contractor in January. Obviously, so they'll have to work with us through the irrigation season. They have an 18-month window for construction, and it is being funded through a grant. So it's crucial that they finish this project within the 18-month timeframe. So there are going to be some milestones set in the construction period for the irrigation season, but their contractor will obviously, if they have to work 2 shifts or 3 shifts, 24 hours to finish within that time frame during the non-irrigation season, that'll be taken care of. They're going to replace again those turnouts on all the community ditches. We will provide the turnouts, and their contractor will install the frame, and then Pete and our guys will come in and install the final lid and make all the adjustments needed. We do have 3 canal headings, a significant canal, I guess the larger canal headings, the Wallington lateral, the Isla, and then the Socorro lateral. So yes, they'll be replacing those as well as far as the 36-inch the Socorro lateral. And then on the Wallington, we're going to work with them when they get there in the Isla. It's a extremely complicated project with the canal shift, and then obviously adjusting to the existing check structures that are there. But at the end, as you know, the concrete lining, we just went out to bid on this Franklin Canal at the zoo. It was 600 linear feet, 1,200 linear feet, and the bids came in over $1 million for 600 linear feet. This is an 11,000 linear foot project, so if that, you know, puts in perspective the amount that TxDOT is willing to put forth to get this shared use path and construction and in place is a great benefit to the district. Avoid obviously all the vegetation and you know, expedite the deliveries and the efficiency. So it'll be great. Hopefully all falls in place and we can get that started next year.
who initiated the grant? Is that it?
That's what the other one did. Or the Metropolitan, Jay knows the name of it, the group that does the multi-transportation group here.
Yeah, yes, it's going to TxDOT and the CRMA, the Regional Mobility Authority. So it's quite a few entities put together, but you know, they're trying to get the shared use path, and they're going to put a small section upstream on the south side feeder as well. That one is already concrete line, but there's various entities. The application is from TxDOT itself, and they'll handle all the financials and you know, take care of that with internally. So yeah, they're going to hire a contractor and just take care of it. We did discuss, you know, our guys doing it. I met with Pete, Dr. Blair, and I, and it's just with the work that we've got and you know, can be done during the non-irrigation season. The 18-month time frame for the grant was critical. I mean, that was set, and it needs to be done with that time frame, which for our guys, because of all the work we've got, we sat down and discussed with TxDOT that, you know, it's just them contract it out and take care of it and come in. That way during non-irrigation season, if they have to get 2 shifts, 2 8-hour shifts, or work 24/7, whatever they need to do to fulfill that grant and for us to get that benefit in the lining. So it's the plans are just about there. Dr. Blair, you know, he had designed the canal a couple of years ago, so we have to do some tweaks to it, and so AECOM is the design engineer for the whole project, and we've been working with them quite a bit. So it'll be great. it'll be a headache for a little bit, but, yeah, the construction and, once it's finished, it's gonna look like a portion upstream. And it'll really, there's some sandy areas there that has some seepage, and Pete came in and lined it, last year, I believe, right there, right across from my Tractor Supply. So all that area there are subdivisions and neighborhoods, so on the right bank directly, so, that'll alleviate the stress at night, especially Enrique, any breaches or whatnot. I mean, everyone there, as far as, canal, not any breaches with all the subdivisions right adjacent to it, so it'll be good, hopefully.
Yeah, and in addition, I mean, you gotta imagine the number of tie-ins we have, how many roads we go across, how much other utilities there in the way.
About a mile, right?
2 miles, 11,000
miles.
11,000 feet. Pretty complicated, not the island
No, it
feeder
sounds good.
or something.
We have not given up oversight though,
It's our property.
yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have oversight. In other words, whatever contractor they got is gonna have to do up to our standards, right? For the lining.
Right, that's all. So there's a detailed set of drawings and specifications that we have to sign off on, and the contractor has to sign off on,
Okay.
that are enforceable by TxDOT.
Oh, by textile, okay.
So we have to go through TxDOT. Obviously, if they're doing something, we'll be out there working on a daily basis while they're working, trying to keep on top of it to make sure they do it right. TxDOT's gonna have people doing that also. So we'll do, there's a lot of money involved here, a lot of people. I'm not worried about the project. It's, like I say, it's gone from being something that was poorly defined and we didn't know what was gonna go on, to something that, looks very good for the district. And the last time we worked with them. And I think, one of the difficulties we had was with having Pete be in the middle of it. We talked about doing that, but all these tie-ins, plus the fact that they are simultaneously building this shared use path in the same work envelope, or whatever you wanna call it, area. And so we would've had him competing with them in a short time period during the season, and it just didn't make sense. We said, hey, one contractor, one problem, take care of both of them, and so we'll monitor them.
Well, that's good that we don't have we don't have the liability if some drunk goes and caves it in, Pete doesn't have to go out there the next day and patch it.
Well, up to a point, once the shared use path right-of-way resolution area, they're in charge of that part, that's what they're getting out of it. That canal's still ours.
Yeah.
We're not giving up the canal. And O&M Road on the right bank is approved. There's, 35,000 yards of fill on that O&M Road, what Jay was saying? So we're bringing it up to a safer, more uniform freeboard, so that, because we have, 50,000 homes on the other side of us, or 40,000 ultimately all the way down. So all those things, I mean, there's just a list of benefits that are an arm's length, and all this just really, we started about 2 years ago, got put on hold. Jay remembers the details better than me, and then they just picked it back up about 6 months ago, right, Jay? And we've been working full steam for
Right.
6 months.
We worked quite a bit on it a few years ago, and it got shelved, because of funding. It was shelved, and, they brought it back. And again, we met with Pete and about us doing the canal and them doing the shared use path, Dr. Bird just explained. But obviously the shared use path, contractor couldn't come in till the canal is shaped and all the fill is done. And that's when they would come in, the contractor for the shared use path. And there's gonna be a complaint from the contractor that it wasn't left this or that. That was one, having two contractors on one project. There's gonna be some finger pointing that nature of the beast. And the time frame, I mean, we've got significant other work, so we would have to try to get that within 18 months, and actually it's 12 months. They're working on a 4-month extension. Right now, the current project is a year. So I did speak with Pete, and during we would need various non-irrigation seasons. But so yeah, it's been pretty dynamic since they received the funding back for the project. And AECOM is a great design engineering firm, so we've been working closely with them. So the 100% is just about there. Next month they should have that submitted to TxDOT, and the project will bid in October. But yeah, it's all inclusive. They'll be taking care of the entire project. Obviously, we'll be overseeing the construction within the canal and the shared use path both. So it'll be a great project. Just a couple of months of inconveniencing all the folks involved, traffic and everything. But at the end of the day, it'll be a great project for the district.
So all the legal and paperwork's in production right now, working with TxDOT's various land acquisition and things like that, so we expect all that to come in front of the board over the next 3 months, really, right, Jay? Maybe 4 months?
Right.
And trying to get that all done. We also, I'm heavily involved in this one, have been from the beginning, because there's a huge design component. We've already designed that, so they're building it to our design, not their design. To answer sort of your original question was, we've never trusted, they're redesigning it for their TxDOT specifications and all how they.
You've already said the most
Yeah, but we
nice
said.
words about TxDOT that I've ever heard you say.
TxDOT's, this has been
They've turned a corner, haven't
this has been very,
they? Maybe you'll say this about the railroads here pretty quick.
the railroads are good people too.
There you
so.
go.
We don't have that on the agenda, but we're talking, they're coming up, they wanna
They wanna do something.
They wanna do something, so all these people are being very cooperative and we're all trying to achieve the same goal of improving the facilities for our communities.
Got it.
And so this is a real benefit, especially when we're so tight on funds and so we expect to negotiate there's some reimbursement, which we don't have in place now, but when I finally get the right contractual relationship people involved, TxDOT's a very long process. Then we'll start negotiating reimbursements for Jay's and my time.
Okay.
I have a question, but it'll go probably to Enrique. Pete, so you've seen this, are you comfortable with it? Does it kind of obstruct anything that you do out there?
On the Franklin?
I mean, it's 2 miles.
No, it's actually gonna help
There's
us out.
enough room.
Yes. I don't know about Pete, but as far as running water, it's gonna improve. We've had no issues with what was done years back. And again, we still have the right bank where we can perform our maintenance. The headings will be on the left bank, but they're right on the road, so it's really not.
But
doesn't
your
have a major
maintenance has
impact
gone
on
down
us.
a lot, right, Pete?
I'm sorry?
And the other part that's cemented in front, your maintenance has dropped a lot
Yes,
drastically.
yes, sir.
And you know what I just wonder, Al, sometimes, you seen that Arizona project, you think they're ever gonna want a fence on that?
On the right side, we have a right of way. I don't think they'll ever want a fence on the left side. I don't know. What do you think, Jay? Because we're so tight with the.
We discussed
The road.
railing, obviously, for safety purposes for the pedestrians and cyclists. That's, we addressed that on the upper portion because if someone falls in, and canal is pretty slow, but there are some crossings there, the box covers before Lucas 75. So there are ladders that will be cast into the side slopes, for folks to grab onto. But the railing, they decided to put them just where there was a significant elevation difference from, and basically where the handicap ramps are. Obviously, when they got to do a handicap ramp approaching a roadway, a crossing, they did do some railing in that location. But parallel to the canal bank, they opted not to put any railing at all. Obviously, with the canal being lined, when us not traveling that bank, it wasn't a problem for our mowers, and we don't need mowers anymore. So, we did present that's their decision where they want to put the railing, and they did not. So, I don't see, there's no railing at this other project, only in the grade separated locations where they have the handicap ramp, getting down to the surface. At this location, Franklin Canal is pretty even with the Alameda. As we go further downstream, the Franklin Canal starts separating and significantly higher. But that really occurs past Horizon Boulevard down by Vineyard and past Moore, and where you see those big jumps over the canal. So if any, they've got some just at the handicap, at ramps at the ADA at the intersection, so. But I don't know, they thought I don't know, it was their decision, and funding was not, a problem, but, they didn't put it upstream, and they said they were not gonna put it downstream either.
So there's a safety review. I know, I'm gonna put something on the screen. I apologize for the participants won't be able to see it, but I didn't get it, able to share it that quickly. Just the board's looking at this. Would be a typical trail that Salt River Project done, and we use some of their safety protocols. And you can see that these trails are shared use path, they're landscaped. They have amenities. We don't have any money for that. The Texas will be putting some of that in, but they don't provide any railing. Only in certain places that like Jay said, where there's a drop off on doing it, on setting it up. And so both sides of this have at grade access to the canal, and I guess the determination is that people are smart enough not to fall in the canal.
Right.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
So all this is just a rendition with proposed landscaping and everything?
Well, this is Salt River Project in Phoenix, Arizona, which has,
Yeah, that's Arizona.
yeah, it's Arizona.
Nice.
Yeah, we don't have as I said, we don't have the resources. There will be some landscaping, there'll be some lighting, there'll be some safety features, but.
Right. We get more of a desert vibe, tumbleweed.
Yeah, and fast moving cars right next to
Yeah,
it.
there'll be some bush light models up
But,
there.
Yeah, we don't quite have the resources Salt River Project has. Plus, a lot of this is paid from the city of,
There's a golf course over
yeah, the city of Phoenix pays for it.
Yeah.
But and I probably went to the best looking one they have, because I knew where it was. There are some that don't look that good. All right, so, sorry,
there. All right.
I'll take that down. That was all.
And working with TxDOT, honestly, it's extremely crucial that the inverts, where these community ditches and their turnouts water their community ditches, that we maintain those elevations. So, we went out there and shot every single one of them and provided them those elevations. And of course, at the bottom of the Franklin Canal for the design grade, and keep everything where it needs to be from check to check. So it's been a process, but we're just about there. So hopefully, we can get this out to bid. And I don't know, we ran some estimates, Dr. Blair and I, and we were in the $5 million range. But the way the concrete is and the labor, I'm not sure it's gonna be $7 million. So it'll be interesting to see when the bids come in October.
13 months.
There's a lot of tie-ins.
Yeah.
That's what we got. I suppose, we're used to just doing a lot of canal.
Yeah.
And this one's a little bit of
Got
canal, a
all
lot of
sorts of
tie-ins.
stuff, yeah.
Because every place that we tie into a bridge, or we tie into a transition, or tie into a head wall, we got 4-foot cutoff walls. You have to have
Yeah.
them, stabilize everything. So those tie-ins really add to the expense of the.
Well, and you mentioned at least two major gate structures too, or
Three, yeah.
three. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and every check has to be tied into. Everything, anytime you do a transition to another structure, there's 4-foot cutoff walls.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that makes it stable, We
Yeah.
have to go down 4 feet and more.
Dial into the existing, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So, good. And with that, Mary, let's go to your tab D.
Sorry, Mary, to take up so much of your time. We do have a big presentation coming up to you guys once this item's on the agenda.
Okay. Let's do the budget.
Following is our budget amendment. There is, the first page is a summarization between our what we propose, the adjustment would be on our revenue and our expense side. And after those adjustments, there was a deficit of $4,383,934. An increase from the original budget of $1,423,413. For line item 14, we're estimating the funds as of October 31st would be 9,274,644.
Okay. Which is a decrease of 3.8. Is that right, Mary?
That's a difference from October 31st, 2025
Of
to
3.8.
this year.
Yeah.
Correct.
You see that on line 20. So we dipped into our reserves that amount. Okay.
So this is, just make sure everybody understands, this is an updating of the budget we passed in November, right?
Correct.
And for the reality of what's happened since November.
Since November, correct. We
Well,
are
no.
7 months into our budget.
Nobody knew that $5 fuel was coming.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we didn't,
Yeah.
we were still hoping for snow in November. remember?
Yeah. $5 fuel.
Now we're praying for rain.
Yeah.
Okay, Mary, on the more detailed stuff, you got anything you wanna know?
On the revenue side, the decrease on our revenue was due to the 2001 contract with El Paso Water. After several meetings and making adjustments to that contract, there was an adjustment of $1,150,000. And that is under 40250.
Okay. And how's our discussions going with them about the balancing out of the,
I may refer to Maria and Renee on that one. That one's gonna come in front of you guys several times. And we're, right now, working with Reclamation to schedule up some meetings to, and so.
okay, so it's
Having
still a
said that, I
little
don't
early.
think it's not an agenda item, it's just under Mary's.
Okay. Yeah, and we're still working on it.
Those
That's-
quarterly payments have been submitted and been paid for the first and second quarter.
Yeah, so that was under a MOU that we had with them that was negotiated, so we've been doing that for years, so that's not the new contract, but as far as the new contract, we probably need to get that on the agenda and just keep it on the agenda for,
Okay,
until it's approved.
yep.
So we think it'll take, I don't Maria hasn't been that involved now, we're just bringing legal into the process recently, so neither Renee doesn't have a whole lot of, he helped me on some recitals that we needed to do for a letter. My estimate's 3 to 6 months of work to get it done. It's a big yard.
That seems about right.
Yeah. Well, everybody needs to cross the Ts, dot the Is, and yeah, it's gonna take a while. Okay. Okey doke. All right, Mary, go on. Anything else?
The other adjustment, which is 261,000 under account 40400, which is special projects, is the foregoing of the zoo project.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the, oh, I was just saying, we did a pie chart just to show that we're capable of doing pie charts. It shows up on the right screen, for some reason on our projector, it washes, you can't see. the
Washes
letter.
it out, yeah.
And I guess it's not capable of doing the complicated PowerPoint colors. And so, this sort of just lets you see, the glass, same thing that's in that table that's in front of you in the budget is where our revenues come from. And the one that got decreased, Mary already talked, was the one under the contracts, right?
Correct.
Contracts
Okay.
are the single largest category.
I will say Pete did a real good job of getting the TV fixed.
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen that we have that problem with the colors on this projector, but it is a rather old projector, so. And I think we're not proposing to buy a new one.
No.
Let me qualify that real quick. So I'll figure out a different color to use so that it displays next time on doing it. But yeah, you can see sort of what we guys have always known that, we're sort of a one-third type of group there. Of, 1/3 taxes and assessments and other assessment fees, and then licensing and contracts about 1/3, and then everything else with the licensing fees is about 1/3. Administrative revenue, I'm not sure what that is. You probably have that itemized in the budget, right?
Yes, I do. consists of our investment interest,
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
penalty and interest.
And that chart right there, 4,500, 4,500, here it says 30,000, up there it says 0%.
Well, it's less than 0.5%, so rounded it to 0. I didn't change the resolution, but it's really small. Right now, that's just because Mary's hard to get her to put reimbursement stuff in there, eh, because until it's actually reimbursed.
Mary is stickler.
All right, I want to see it in the back first.
Smart. Well, Mary, where else you want to point out anything on expenses?
Following our expenses, the adjustment is a slight adjustment of increase of 65,594. The majority due to the fuel on both the vehicles as well as the use of the wells.
Okay. Yeah, because those wells usually at $5 each. Okay, so,
And an increase in the professional engineering services as well.
okay. Yeah. All right, anything else you want to point out? How about it?
We did make a slight, a decrease adjustment on our capital assets. We are only purchasing one of the dump trucks. In return, we are requesting a purchase on the cement mixer as well as some aqua pro meters for Enrique.
Okay,
A decrease in 38,864.
so a little decrease there, 38. How did Pete take that? You're gonna cut him off one truck? Okay.
It actually came from me.
Yeah, I was about to say it.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Because you know we're pretty tight, so at the moment. We're waiting for that dam to fill up. Where's that atmospheric river now?
It's in Chicago,
It's in Chicago.
along with 2-inch hail.
Yeah.
If you looked at the paper this morning, or the news, it skipped over us.
It sure did. It's at the moment. We did get, like you said, a few arroyo flows, didn't we?
We got a little bit of royal water.
Okay, now this is, an amended budget, so do you need a resolution on this?
Yes, I do.
All right. Gentlemen, you got any more questions? If not, the chair will entertain a motion to approve this proposed amendment
I move to approve the proposed amendment.
on the budget. Yeah. All right, George made the motion.
Second.
Larry second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay,
Thank you.
you bet, and it doesn't keep us from finding something coming and talking to you anyway, but. Okay. Thank you, Mary, appreciate it.
Mary has a perfect record of coming in under budget every year since she's been hired.
Yep.
So
All right.
we expect
That's right.
that perfect record.
She has a sharp tip on her whip. All right, Rose,
Good morning.
good morning.
We do have one tax adjustment,
Okay.
91 cents.
Oh, a big one. Okay.
And that's due to a property was sold at a tax sale in March. We got payment in May. So that's the mountain interest that we're gonna remove.
All right. Someone needs to make a motion that we accept that adjustment.
I'll make the motion.
Larry made the motion.
Second.
All right, George second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Our next report for information purposes, we got Public Service Board, North Water District, and taxes.
Okay.
No other questions?
sleep in May. Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right, that's all right. That happens.
It costs more to print that paper than we got on
Yeah, that's
Well,
exactly what I was
if you notice, there are 10 tax suits that are taken away.
Yes, sir.
That's a little help,
Mhm.
okay?
Our next report,
Yep.
for information purposes also, is a comparison between the 2024 and 2025 tax assessment at the same time. We were at, this is June 2025, 96.339%. As of June 2nd, we're at 95.7545%. And just to note that that percent increases every day. Money's
Okay.
coming
Now
in.
that the water arrived?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. It has
Yeah,
been
I saw some
increasing.
people coming in this morning.
Yes,
it's a smaller
It has
gap
been
than it
steady.
was last month.
yes, it has been stated, yes, sir. And just, let you know, we'll be sending out delinquent notices next month.
Okay,
Yeah, so we can collect some more money.
all right. Thank you very much, Rose.
Oh, you're
Appreciate it.
welcome. And
As
that's all we have.
always, yeah, as always. Very good.
Thank you.
All right, let's see here. General manager? No,
Within the day.
okay. We got, Al, do you want to take over, or do you want to bring up, Enrique, or?
Well, both of us, we're
Okay.
a team, we've been living
You're a
together
team.
for.
You're a team.
We're on,
Living together.
I think Enrique's on 23-hour days, I'm only on 22.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's been
And
we
you
can
got
show,
to
we
see-
can show you the hydrographs and stuff, but I'll let it all go.
You got to see that water coming down, didn't you,
Yes.
this year?
Yeah, he
Okay.
went up there, we met up there, but, as you said, we had some arroyo flows, that's a fun, right in the middle of trying to get our water here, we had to deal with two small, one large arroyo flow. And then, the large one came from Mesilla, but it was blown out of the southern part of the town. And
Okay.
there was a 2-inch event up there, and part of that.
They were all below the dam, right?
Yes.
Then you
Yeah,
have
well,
the
did we get any
situation
above the
Saturday.
dam?
No, we haven't received anything
So
about
we
it.
haven't
Oh,
had any
yeah.
above the dam?
There's a small maintenance, I mean, somebody's paying for the evaporation, that's about all that's coming in.
Okay.
So Rick agrees with me, I believe we talked earlier, this, that we finally became stable a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Our losses, I just haven't got the loss report out, the update Jay's been doing, part of it is the transition, he's taken over for me on the day-to-day stuff, so I'm working with him to show we compile all that stuff about this time. And then look, I did that early this morning, and it's, we're about 20% higher losses than we were last year.
Primarily, what, bank storage?
It's
Little rise.
groundwater pumping, reducing the
No.
the depth of water underneath the river. You have to rebuild, when the water goes into that sandy river, what we call mounding, and until you get a significant mound, you don't reduce the seepage rate. And so the time to develop, then the mound started, we see it in places, it's already fairly mature in Rincon. Rincon is much shallower, easier to get the mound rebuilt very fast. So it comes online. The big hole right now, I think the losses in Las Cruces are still very large.
Yes.
And the ones between,
Picacho Hills there.
our city of Las Cruces is primary well field and a lot of agriculture. There's a lot of agriculture down south of there, Solomon Farms and other places. We're still having trouble, significant losses in that area, but they're recovering faster. That's where we've been getting some of our catch-up water, so to speak. He's gonna talk to them. So, good news is that we got it here faster than ever before. Bad news is we had to put up with the arroyos right when it first got here. It was sort of very, very difficult. Mexico had some problems setting their gates. We're on top of that. Don't know what to say. And he did pretty good, I thought. Don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't have hardly any disruptions. So it's here, but we're losing 20% more water, so it's going in our budgets. Right now, good news, I'm trying to find good news, okay. Mexico gave us their report, they're on till the 12th, is that right?
21st?
21st.
21st.
That's really good news. There's a whole lot of contractual
Sure.
things that happen, so that helps more than anything with it. And, we'll budget, we're still, it's tight, right?
Very tight, so the good thing is the river's starting to give a little bit more, so we
Yeah,
can
the mountains.
start cutting back a little bit and conserving here and there. This week, as you know, we're gonna start small tracks. So you'll see us here with us. I mean, we're still flushing out some of our smaller laterals. But so far, like Claire said, it's been going as smooth as we can.
Yeah, when do we get to sleep?
No.
Never, not for 60 days.
He made a comment today, he's like, I left work at 3 and managed to get home at 10.
Yeah.
Well, you had to go be the spokesperson for KBIA or whatever.
I didn't speak to anybody.
He did. Just
He
kidding, no, just kidding.
But I can give you a brief history from last year to this year, same time frames.
Okay.
In 2025, we irrigated, same time frame, 32,790 acres. Same time this year, we're at 33,941. So just slightly, a little bit above 1,000 acres more. But we're in the right track to deliver. And currently, we do have quite a few new detroiters. So bear with us, we're in training. So there's a few ditch riders that are out there that are learning, but we're trying to get them on track.
Yeah, my condolences, too. I understand you found the body, didn't you?
Yes.
That's pretty rough. So.
Yes, so as every day we're checking telemetry and one of our sites dropped or a plug or some, unfortunately, that's what I found.
Oh, boy.
It was,
Yeah.
I guess it was my friend.
You guess it was your turn. Well, let's hope it's your own time.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all I got, but we're, all units are on, and so this year, this weekend, group one is on.
Okay.
That's the front.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
There's one other thing I just want that has to do that Enrique's been working with me real closely on. I'll share my screen here. We'll try to share my screen.
What's that?
Let's see if it shows up properly. Yeah, that's it. So, back in 2022, Dr. King and I cooperated and worked together. They paid for part of the expense to develop a hydraulic model of the river that we use. So it predicts the water flow within about 15 minutes for every location on the river. And it fully accounts for all the diversions and releases and arroyo flows and everything. So at the end of the year, you can use it. So this is an example to show what we put up with is this is the hydrograph down at American Dam. This is the result of what we struggled. And we think this is good, right, Enrique? You guys will look at it. So these are issues having to do with the geometry and limitations of how the project can be operated. There's just so many places we can adjust the flow, and there's only certain times. I mean, EPA doesn't want us to say, hey, you gotta take 300 CFS at midnight at Mesilla. I mean, because that's dangerous for them to have to put water in a canal that's been dry for 9 months and not know, without being able to see it all. So there's only certain, so that's what creates some of these. So this one here is the big arroyo flow coming out. And this here is the river recovering, as you can see. This was a gate change up in Mesilla. That's actually a sluice, that first part where they have to sluice debris. So this is at the bottom. If we go back to the top, I'm clicking on the wrong mouse.
Yeah, where's your time axis so we can get?
I'm sorry, it's so small. This is the computer stuff at the bottom down here, which I just covered up, is the time. So this is the last, how many days are we in? 10 days? No?
10 days.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is, okay.
Yeah,
I saw it over there.
Just
Okay.
got these now. I can make them bigger, but I apologize. I should have But this, I'm just was trying to
I
communicate the
just wanted
shape.
an idea of days, okay?
There he is.
Yeah.
Well, that arroyo was about 15 hours worth of flow, that one peak that you saw there. This is what it looks at the dam. So a little more mechanical, right?
At the dam, what do you mean?
That's Caballo Dam.
Oh, with the gates open, that's what it looks like.
This is how we control.
Uh-huh.
So every one of these changes, the operations group issues orders to make these changes, trying to control what's going on downstream.
Down below.
Some of it, like this ramp here, has to do with the rate of water that was replenished. And by the side, over the side here, this is the scale here is about 2,600 all the way up to about 3,000. So it's only we're just at a very high release rate. We can't. I think we right now, to be careful, we don't release greater than 2,800 CFS, right? And we're still releasing about 2,700. And this ramp here is when the water level that Elephant Butte's not keeping up with Caballo.
Oh, wow.
So as the water drops in Caballo, for the same gate setting, you get less water.
I'll be darned. So you get water out quicker at Caballo than you do at the Butte?
No.
No?
Sorry.
Yeah, I did.
So there's two dams, one's upstream and the other, Elephant Butte's upstream of Caballo.
Right.
And to release water from Caballo, first you have to release water from Elephant Butte.
Yep.
Flows through Caballo. They're not releasing water from Elephant Butte fast enough to keep up with the rate at which we're taking.
Taking out. I got you.
So that means the water level in Caballo is going down.
Yeah.
And so the flow is going down a little bit, not a lot, but about 100, I think, over the last.
It's about 100
Yeah.
or less.
100 CFS. So anyways, we take that into consideration. And then, we started getting behind, so we bumped it up. You can see that square, and then we caught up and we bumped it down. So this is how we control it. And then it goes through a series of hundreds, 500, 600 different locations in the river. We have to model it. And as you go down, it changes, you can start seeing things coming out of it. Like this is Leesburg here. And so you see them putting the gates in at Leesburg and taking the water out. So the way, what you saw was square or straight lines, those get what they call attenuated and changed in shape. Because the river, we had to pay for all the losses and the shape of the river and the storage in the river and the roughness of the river. So it's a very complicated process, but the model works very well. We spent a lot of time getting it there, and it takes a little bit of work to keep it calibrated on doing it. But the goal being that one of the big problems that eBay has been very cooperative this year. It really lasts since we started running this model. They can understand now that when they do this, when they take their water's there to take, right? They think it's really our water and their water, right? So they go to order without any issue. When we're at the bottom, we get whatever's left over.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there's no.
We're downstream.
We're downstream, yeah, there's no like, oh, there's too much water in the river, so, our stress factor, I know I live this, I know you do too, because we talk every day about it, is not enough too much, right?
Yes.
Like, we're scared to death of too much.
Yeah.
Because I can't take it back, Enrique, I can't put it back in the reservoir. But we're also scared of not enough, because you guys are gonna lose head at night, and then the water's gonna flow back out of your ditches into the canal. So,
We start yelling at you.
so we're always, and this model has helped us be able to, it's not perfect, no computer model's perfect, it helps us be able to try to account for all the changes, see those changes, predict what they're gonna do to us, so that when you come downstream, and you get farther down to the, past Mesilla and everything, we see this, we calibrated all our gauging stations all the way down. You can see it's gonna get less and less because we're losing water to, I don't know, I gotta look at this screen, sorry to do this. As we get, that's Anthony, or around Anthony. And then, of course, arroyo flows showing at different places. We had, like I said, several arroyo flows. And then here's the American Dam. So that's and this is of course scale over on the left, you can't read it, but I'll tell you, that's now from 0 to 700. So we got up to at sort of a peak up towards 650 when that arroyo came through, but I think you did it, you were able to use almost all of that.
Yeah, we
right?
used all of it.
Because we were short the day before because we were low. And then we stabilized for a while, and then there was a concern that we had too much water in the river, but we only can adjust. I keep reminding them, we can't make this perfect, because when we got EPCWID to take more water in Mesilla, that's what that drop is there. There's no way I can make that a smooth little transition. It just
Right.
doesn't work that way.
Makes sense.
It's a negotiated adjustment, right? So we're gonna get our, we always used to call it the roller coaster. It certainly does look like a little bit like a roller coaster, right? But our goal was to get it in this condition it is now, and we're building up. What we've been doing is building up for several days to get ready for the heavy demand on tomorrow, right? And we're there.
Yeah.
So, you know, my kudos to the whole operations team, especially, you know, it's, Enrique stayed on it. We probably talk 2-3 times a day, right?
Yes.
To do that, and Phil's been very cooperative, and I just want to let you guys know, all the decisions to operate this project are made ultimately by Enrique, because we're the ones stuck holding the shortage or the excess, so we actually make the final decisions, even for Mexico, on how to release, because the only one that pays any consequence, Mexico's gonna take their water no matter what, right? EPCWID's upstream.
Yeah.
So we're the ones that suffer the consequences. Everybody's cooperated and lets Enrique's decision finalize it.
So I will say, Enrique, since you're doing all these late nights and stuff, you think you can maybe smoke some brisket since you're not sleeping anyway?
I'll probably burn it.
No, good job, but I know it's, I've talked to you and Pete multiple times, but I know it's stressful right now, and I mean, it just goes to show you, it's hard times, but you guys are all doing a good job, so that's, you know. I know it's stressful, I know you feel like you're getting your butt kicked, but I mean, it shows right there, you guys are doing great, so we appreciate that. The better you guys do, the less we get chewed out in the field.
Yeah.
I can say this much, you know, we had this year, we set a lower amount for our budget so we can make the duration of the 60 days. And we used to be about 800 there, even in short time. It's a lot harder to hit 500 than it was 800. I mean, there's just no slack. I mean, everything just has to almost be perfect, right?
Yes.
And so there was definitely some days there that it went down to, what was our low, 200?
200.
This doesn't have Mexico taken out of it, so.
But I'm glad y'all are showing that ramp up, because like you know, June is traditionally our hottest month. We're hitting all those 100s, so you're gonna get a lot of increased demand here in the next 20-30 days.
Yesterday didn't feel too good either.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
warm.
100.
Yeah, it's been pretty warm.
But I just wanted to emphasize the model is, I mean, it's an expense to the district, but without it, I don't know that we could achieve this. It would just be, what it's really good for me is to find out where our water went. Because you saw I could go up and down the river looking for what's going on.
Yeah.
And like, for example, at one point we had an issue at Mesilla. I don't think it was EPCWID's fault, it just has to do with all the pumping up there, and we lost 100 CFS, and I knew exactly where we lost it, and
They start up.
at least I could just go looking for it. I didn't get it back right away. We eventually got it back, but I knew where it went. So this helps us find out things that changed. The only thing else that's a little just difficult for us is, like I said, our losses have been 20% more this year. So I'm using last year's losses as where we start, thinking that's the best I've got. I got that calibrated, and then once we got in here, every day I had to recalibrate, right? Seemed like every hour I had to recalibrate to pay for those extra losses that were in the system and where they actually occur, because they occur at different points. So, you know, I used to think the snow modeling and all the reservoir modeling, getting your water in the reservoir and all that stuff was super complicated. This is his job's a lot more complicated. It's a lot, because his job moves at every 15 minutes. My job at doing the snow forecast moves every maybe a week, you know, at a time we look at it. But this model is a 15-minute model to get it to work, right? You have to know where the water is every 15 minutes.
Do you still just talk to EPCWID once a day, or do you do it multiple times?
Multiple times if we need to.
If you need to. Okay.
Yeah, we're always in communication, well, with James and
With James,
also with,
yeah.
Norman from
He's
Unit
working real
6.
good with you?
Yes, yeah, real good.
We have dozens of SMS messages every day between people, and then we have 1 or 2 meetings a day. And then we have the pre-meeting meetings. We get ready for the meetings.
Well, with that being said, Pete can help, y'all can share on that brisket tank.
Yeah. Wendell. All
Well,
right,
thanks for your time.
all right, Pete. Need to ask them which side of that little marker you point with.
Oh,
Pete's
I
favorite.
forgot to change
Has
Miss Jackie
Pete-
on that one.
Has Pete figured it out?
We'll
What's that?
see. I forgot to train Miss Jackie on the plan.
Oh,
you need to figure it out first, no?
You need to figure
Hey, good morning. Let me start with, right now, we're, this first couple of weeks, or these past couple of weeks, we've been assisting, operations with some of the flushing of the, of our canals and laterals. We do have a lot of trash and debris out there that has accumulated over these past couple of months. I got a crew picking up trash. We've started mowing our delivery system. I pulled the mowers off our drains and stuck them in our delivery system to try to catch up, which doesn't seem to help because I'm still way behind. We were running approximately about 21 wells that we turn on and off. We just turned them off this morning to, I think I see some water coming down here, so we turned them off. Once we see that river start dropping, we'll start them back up. So we do have all our wells operational. I do have my well guy already working on the 2 new wells that were installed here this past winter. So hopefully here in the next couple of months, we'll have those 2 running. And then I'll go to my PowerPoint as soon as it's ready.
Yeah, went full screen. Sorry. Told it to share. Should be up so everybody could see it, but it didn't share. So there, let me share it again.
I don't know if you guys are having trouble with weeds out there in your fields, but these canals are bad.
It's sharing now?
Oh, it is?
It
Okay.
almost seems like they grow faster than what I can.
Yeah, we can't see it because it's on the wrong screen. Sorry.
yeah, I can see it even around my house there.
Do they can see it?
Pulling
Yeah.
all the weeds,
Yes.
all the weeds.
It has to do with the way the PowerPoint was set up on this one. I should have set it up
Should
differently.
have lived on me.
Sorry about that. I was trying to be more sophisticated. I need 5 minutes. You're high tech stuff.
Last month.
Yeah, it's behind that screen on
Yeah,
the,
you have to.
on the projector. Yeah,
Oh,
or
yeah.
on your monitor, right in front of you.
Okay, we'll try it again. So just share there, but then if my share thing goes away.
Well, it's behind that one that you have on that screen. There, min, escape from there, on that keyboard.
I did.
Yeah, on the monitor in front of you,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can do it that way. I was trying to do it to redirect it to
Yeah,
the software, but we'll do it this way.
Straight over.
It doesn't work because of the.
Slideshow? You getting
But then you can see the little icons, yeah, it's,
It's, there's a configuration issue with the slideshow, that needs to be redirected up there, but we'll try it. Pete, we'll see if it works.
There
Hey,
you
There you
go.
go.
There you go.
it was set to the wrong monitor.
There's still some wrong, the music didn't come on.
I actually turned the music off. I saw that you had added it.
Do you think next month you can start doing voiceovers? I mean,
I'm starting slowly, First I started with that,
Yeah.
the district, there you go.
Yeah,
That's still going.
it gets impressive each time.
Yeah, and then I have to go in, he's using advanced features and I gotta figure out why it's not displaying.
Okay, so here are a couple of the pictures of the new wells that I just spoke to you guys about. The skid going on, and then we did go in there and started airlifting, and some of the equipment started to go on there. So as time permits, I'm going in there and just doing a little at a time, because I got these guys going out there starting wells, checking wells, and then working on the well. And
Where's this located at, Pete?
this is the one there at the island feeder below.
Feeder? Yeah, I
Yes,
saw.
right at the tail end.
Yeah.
How long did it take to develop?
It took us about 2 days. And some of the drains within the city of El Paso, some of the mowing that's going on up there. Just a couple of pictures of, they asked me to reduce the amount of pictures, so I'm starting to double them up.
They,
I didn't want to mention names. Okay, so.
I thought that was my mistake. I see two
And then
pictures.
some of our drains outside of the city limits.
Wow, Drive.
Yes. So right now, I'm already moving the excavators back to the drains. We had moved them over to the riverside to address all the weed problems that we get when the initial water shows up. So it seems that we've already got everything out of the riverside, so I'm starting to move equipment back to the drains. This is the last project the city of El Paso did for us. This is on the Franklin Canal over Copia. And they completed it actually the week before water got here.
Wow. What canal, Franklin?
This is the Franklin Canal at Copia.
That's, they cleaned it last year too, right?
Yeah, they clean it every year.
Good. That's really good.
We call those our sediment traps.
Yeah.
And then part of the mowing up there in the upper Franklin. He's down here on the Isla, our delivery system. And then some of the spoil that we have removed from the branch A
wait,
is right. I'm sorry. I figured with that there, everybody will know where it's at.
Do we allow signs on our property?
the arena's not even there anymore.
That's an intense gate right there with the
So-
pipe sticking out.
So there's the after pictures of this. This is just upstream from there. So this is spoil that we removed 2 years ago, and we just pulled so much out that we're just now starting to catch up with that. Turnout repairs that we're doing with my repairman. Here's some new wind stalls. This is on the Canotillo. We have to replace the head wall, use the existing pipe on the downstream side. So that's a new install in Canotillo. This is another new install that the customer paid for. It is on the Playa lateral over by Craddock.
Didn't know we had any new water uses over there.
You know, it's a very small part of property that's there in the water, so they made a major investment for such a small piece of property. I'll take it. Tail end of the Bowman. This is the wasteway, the pipe going into the train deteriorated, so we had to go in and replace it. And then the check that you see right downstream was also replaced. That's the turnout, and the check was also replaced. That had already rotted away from the bottom.
So is that turnout's a combination, turnout and overflow, does that go to a wasteway too? Is that how that works?
The one that just,
The bone.
that actually goes into wasteway, yes, sir. And then this is on the hall. Yeah, a little,
Yeah, little safety.
little safety issue there.
You've got plenty of room, you're gonna run inside.
So that was also replaced, redone. And then this is on the Mesa drain. This is actually a El Paso water main break that they had
Oh, my.
that goes straight into our Mesa drain. So we did hold them accountable, and they're very good about it. They went in there, did their work, and repaired our drain. I still gotta go in and get the spoil out of the channel, but the drain bank was repaired.
Oh.
Seems like once a week they have a main break.
Yes. Yes.
It's a lot of water.
I was gonna say, and they
This
gave
is-
us the water.
This is right by Carolina and North Loop where this occurred. Then this next picture, that's the repairs after we're done. This one here is a trap at the south side, and this one's something that we just ran into here a couple of days ago, actually on Thursday, I believe it was. So somebody lit a fire around the head wall, and the pipe caught fire. So I'm also communicating with El Paso Water. They're already on it. They're making arrangements to go in there and replace this pipe. This is also just a wasteway. This goes straight into the drain, to the Franklin drain. There we exposed it just to try to get in there to kind of get whatever had collapsed inside the pipe to make it operable, because we are going to be running water in this canal this weekend for small tracks.
Wow.
That's the inside looking downstream on it. So El Paso Water again, you know, we're stay pretty close contact, and they advised me that if we need them to go in there and tear the whole thing out, they're willing to do whatever we ask them to do. So they'll be real good about it.
Working with you.
Can you go in there on the next one, get some master pictures, that halfway to,
Somewhat?
you gonna crawl through that pipe for us next time to get some more pictures?
Yes, I will. I will if that's what you want.
That's an OSHA violation. Yeah, I told Pete, go ahead and run water through it, we'll see if it collapses.
Right.
It's at a location really close to the Playa intercepting drain, so
Yes.
it's already overspilled before once because the problem's there. And it just overflows onto El Paso Water land and then drains into the Playa, so.
Whatever happened to the deal at Walmart? Did they ever get that one? I think it was Walmart down here on North Loop or something like that. There was a culvert that was completely plugged full of trash and stuff like that.
Yes,
I think El Paso Water, they had to go do it, the contractor covered it or something like that.
I don't
I don't recall.
remember that.
It wasn't too. It was-
We've always had problems with that. That whole thing was a lesson when, if I forget it right, for Pete.
Yes.
Well, Pete wasn't named at that time, but,
Big old long deal.
he, in the license, that was pre-licensing department, the district took on the maintenance responsibility.
Oh, okay, you're talking about Yarrow.
Maybe
Yeah,
so.
Yarrow.
Yes, okay, yes. It actually worked out pretty good. You know, with what we did of dropping the wasteway and installing the wasteway there and dropping the whole elevation, it did help. You know, Enrique, it's easier for him too, because now he doesn't have to run water all the way to the tail end when he needs to drain out that A. And it flushes that culvert out at the same time. So I don't think we've had any problems yet. We'll find out here in 2 weeks when small trucks go in. But when we went in there and flushed it, we had no problems with it. So I think it worked.
But I think, I don't know, Mary may know, they pay us an annual fee for us.
There's no CPI.
And no CPI,
Oh, really?
yeah.
For how long?
For 3,000 a year.
For what?
3,000.
3,000 a year, but for how long?
Was it 25
25 years?
years?
Without a CTI? Ooh,
I don't know how many years, when that one expires.
we've learned a little more, so
Yeah, it's the only one we have.
yeah.
I think it went up in the 80s, late 80s?
Would have been,
Early
yeah,
90s?
been in the 80s, sometime in the 80s.
A lot of good things in the late
Oh, yeah.
So we hear.
Gotta try and keep these meetings a little positive.
So we hear, so we hear.
You
All
should
right.
have brought that up, that's like 45 years ago, right?
Anything for me?
All right.
Good, okay.
I don't
Thank you.
think so. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate it. Looking at time, but you know what? Let's see if we can do some of these applications. Sharon's looking like, yeah, I'm ready. All right?
Okay. So the first one is a subdivision, a irritable land exhibit, application 3753 for the West River Manor LLC, and it's for the West River Manor Unit 1 subdivision. It's in the Upper Valley off of Strahan Road, and it's gonna be for resident, it's gonna be residential. Licensing has reviewed this application and recommends it for approval.
All right. Anybody?
Make a motion to approve.
Jared made the motion, Larry second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, go on.
Application 3608 by El Paso Water, and At B, application 3632 are by El Paso Water, part of the same project. It's, first, 3608 is for a 25-year license to construct a 96-inch outfall pipe to discharge into the Riverside Canal. And 3632 is to construct a 36-inch HDP discharge pipe into the Riverside Canal for the advanced water purification treatment plant. Licensing has reviewed both of these applications and recommends them for approval.
Okay, I got one question before we get that. What is an outfall pipe? What does that mean?
So outfall is the treated effluent.
Oh, the treated effluent, okay. And then they're gonna discharge into the riverside. Okay, I understand now. All right, do I hear a motion?
Make a motion approved.
All right, Jared made the motion.
Second.
Larry second. All in favor, signify by saying for both applications, right?
Yes.
All right. In favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, take off, Sharon.
Application 3752 is for Energy Fiber Net LLC. It's for a 25-year license for subsurface fiber optic cable crossing the New Mexico Drain at Artcraft Road. Licensing has reviewed this application and recommends it for approval.
I'll make a motion.
All right, Larry made the motion. George seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign.
Application 3772 is by the City of Socorro for a renewal of a 25-year license to maintain public park in the City of Socorro. It is the Amistad Park, and it's from Walcott Road to Valle Romero Road, and it's on the surface of the river drain.
Now, that's, I just wanted clarification. The road is on the surface of the river drain, like it says, I mean, is that,
The park.
the park is?
But
Okay.
it's in between Walcott Road and Valle Romero Road. The park is.
And is it already existing, right?
Yes, it's already
Yeah.
existing. It's just a renewal.
Just-
It was,
Okay,
that was set up by the federal government.
okay. I think I vaguely remember doing that 25 years ago.
That's the one that used to be a drain, right, in the main park?
Yeah, isn't it?
One of them, they did it at a
They
couple
did it to a
of
couple,
spots.
even up at Candelaria Street, they did it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
It wasn't quite done
But it's there.
right. It's there.
All right,
Make a motion
all
approved.
right, Jared made the motion, Larry second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay, let's go on down to 16. Sharon?
It's for letter of approval, application 3736, another AT&T application, and this is to install subsurface fiber optic cable crossing the Borderlands Spur drain at Borderlands Spur Road. Borderland Road. And it's licensing has reviewed this application and recommends it for approval.
Okay,
I'll make the motion.
second. Larry made the motion, George second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign.
The next four are applications by TxDOT.
Our new buddies, right, okay?
At various locations, and it's to place a subsurface 2-inch PVC conduit for ITS crossing. It's for electrical lines for the lighting out there on that project.
Electrical lines for the new school. Oh, they're gonna put it in a yeah, okay.
Street lights.
For the street lights,
Yeah,
yes.
for the street lights, okay.
Licensing has recommended, has reviewed these applications and recommends them for approval.
Make a motion approved.
Jared made a motion,
Second.
Larry seconds, all in favor signify by saying aye. Anyone opposed, same sign. Okay. Sharon, thank you very much. Doing all that, it brings us up to closed session. Let's take a 10-minute break and come back into closed session. Thank you.